All right, so they asked me to present a spoken word piece today on our subject that's going to be discussed this evening. So we're going to talk a little bit about anxiety and mental health. In the morning before I wake up, a heavy weight places itself against my chest. I'm already stressing over a series of chimes on my phone that just went off, reminding me that I'm drowning in debt. I force myself not to open my phone, worrying that my account is overdrawn. I'm already nervous about things I cannot see. I think my anxiety is playing tricks on me. How can I not be nervous after all the things that I've seen? I've seen whole families laid out on the streets, all their robes and possessions piled up in shambles on blocks of hard concrete. This could be me. When poverty, pain, and addiction are such real afflictions to me. When the feeling of failure is as familiar as can be, and life feels like a never-ending cycle of tragedy. I need to talk with someone about this, but who's here to hear my plea? I'm a black man in America. There's not a damn person coming to save me. My anxiety is just playing tricks on me. But will my homies judge me? Best not to let them see how this insecurity makes a broken boy out of me. But we're supposed to be men, right? There's no time to be weak. A weak man gets eaten alive out here in these streets. There's no sympathy or empathy to be found in this grief. Yeah, we know the code. We all grew up fighting to survive. Through the trenches, we learned quickly that you can bleed, but you couldn't cry. We learned to be hard because all the soft ones died. We learned not to talk because too many raps flipped and lied. But we never learned to heal. That's definitely a man's pride. But when you suffer silently in pain, you don't realize the genocide. So we suffer in silent shame for feeling our own pain. We medicate our self-hate with dark liquor to numb the brain. Feelings aren't erased, they're just replaced by addiction, anger, and rage. We tell each other I'm good, but we're secretly locked in a cage, trapped as a victim in this vicious cycle, as deep as can be. Nah, I think my anxiety is playing tricks on me. It's still the first of the month though, so that means I got bills to pay. But I'm a month behind on my rent, and the landlord is on his way. And he said there are no more extensions. He said he needs all his coins today. And my kids are hungry too, but it's winter and there's a heat bill on its way. And I got $5 to my name that has to last me through the day. Working two jobs for minimal pay just to scratch and scrape this debt away, but I can't afford to sleep because sleep won't get you paid. But I'm suffocating under the pressure. So what's more for me to say? Even God seems to hit the ignore button when I close my eyes to pray. There has to be another way. I think my anxiety must be playing tricks on me. I lost a homie yesterday. We grew up together. He lived 2 blocks away. As kids, we spent many a day running the streets as we played. But after middle school, our lifestyles parted, and we went off in our separate ways. He was still running the streets, getting money and making moves. I was focused on using sports to help make my way through school. When we met again as men, the friendship remained the same. He had done a bid upstate, but he had just come home and was finally out of the game. Then 2 bullets took his life when they were shot through his brain. Depression don't get no realer than this. It doesn't describe this type of pain. Both me and my brother took different paths in life, but to me, we were the same. I wish my anxiety were playing tricks on me. Seems like we're all just one bullet away from the graveyard of jail bars. I've lost too many friends to both, too many to count. Could I be next? Maybe. Even though a fancy degree and a couple opportunities be the only thing separating them from me. If the world lost me right now, how different would things really be? Would anyone really ever miss me? Or would it be just a bunch of phony sympathy? Some fake crying and posting RIP on Facebook, Twitter, and IG? I need to talk to someone about this pain I feel. It's too much for me to take. But nobody hears a silent black man's cries of a man with no escape. So now I'm 10 shots in, bottle of Henny on my desk. The gun is cocked and loaded and it's sitting on my chest. My tears are steady flowing down, soaking the pillows under my neck. next to the letter I wrote to my children, saying that Daddy did his best. I placed my finger on the trigger, hands soaked from tears and dark liquor. Hopelessness filling my chest, heartbreak on my tongue, depression drowning my spirit, loneliness flooding my lungs. I'm ready to let it all go. This unbearable pain has to end. But I can't pull the trigger now because the power of guilt sets in. My responsibility outweighs my pain. My life still has chapters that have yet to be written. My name still commands respect. I'm in need of help that I don't know exists, but still I know I have to try because things can't stay the same as they've been. Because tonight, I could have died. I look at the note. I promise myself to get the help that I need. I can finally see. I know it. My anxiety is playing tricks on me. Thank you.